So guys, May got a lot of heat on the way. And to start things off, we got the Air Jordan 4 Military Blues releasing May 4th for a retail price of $215. Now these will be available in full family sizing, and they are giving them this new nickname, which is called the Industrial Blues. But I'm not calling them Industrial Blues because to me they're known as Military Blues. But when it comes to these, I've told you guys previously, these are a cop. These are a cop. And this is my number one mandatory cop for the year of 2024. Like the Military Blues, in my opinion, like the colorway, just the shoe, and it just hits different. Now, I know most people were disappointed, and I feel because of the colorway, but it is said that these are to be as true to the original 1989 release as possible. So that is the case, then that is why, they may be a little funny looking. But on the flip side, these do have that hype and demand to them. And I definitely do see these selling out because a lot of people gonna want to get their hands on them. A lot of people gonna want to touch these. So I did hear that there was supposed to be more pairs of these than it was for the Bread 4s. But I do feel like more people might still rock with the Bread 4s over the Military Blues. But for me, Military Blues go crazy. So I'm definitely here for them. But if you guys are too and you plan on adding them to your collection, let me know. Catch these dropping May 4th for a retail price of $215. Next on the list, we got the Air Jordan 1 Low Shadows releasing May 11th for a retail price of $140. Now, I did hear that these are releasing in men's sizing. Now, I do wish that they would have dropped these in full family sizing if that is the case. Now, these were originally supposed to drop on May 4th, but they did get pushed back. Now, I do know a lot of these release dates did get pushed back, and I do want you guys to take note of that because a lot of dates can be subject to change. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the Shadow Lows, it's definitely one of them colorways that we haven't had in a while. And of course, we last seen the Shadow Lows, I believe it was in 2019, but when in this particular, shape, we last seen back in 2015. I'm a very big fan of the Air Jordan 1 Low Shadows. Like when it comes to this colorway right here, it's just one of them colorways where it's very slept on and it's not as popular as some of the other Air Jordan 1 colorways. But in my opinion, when it comes to these right here, I'm definitely here for them. I just wish that these would have dropped in full family sizing. But needless to say, I do rock with these. So if you are a big fan of these, let me know if you do plan on adding them to your collection. But catch these dropping May 11th for a retail price of $140. Next on the list, we got the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Elkins, aka Canary Yellows, releasing on May 17th for a retail price of $150. Now, this will be a women's exclusive. Now, of course, y'all know the Travis Scotts, they're going to do what they do. They're going to drop on a website. They're going to drop on a sneakers app. They're going to sell out. Listen, anything that is attached to Travis Scott's name, listen, it's going to sell out. Now, I am a big fan of this colorway, and I have mentioned it previously because it's something different when it comes to the particular Air Jordan 1 Lows that Travis Scott has dropped. Of course, we've seen the mochas, the olives, the black olives, of course, and we've seen high iterations of those. And I feel like with this one, he definitely took a different turn. Now, of course, these are inspired by his old high school, which I believe is called Elkins High School. Now, in my opinion, I'm definitely a big fan of these. And the gum bottom on the outsole just definitely does something for me. I mean, the gum bottom on the outsole, I feel like it gives it a more appealing look. That's just my opinion as far as for me. And I'm very much a big fan of that. So these I definitely will be going for on release day. And if you are a big fan of Travis Scott, then I definitely could see you trying to acquire a pair of these. But catch these dropping May 17th for a retail price of $150. Releasing the day after on May 18th, we got the Air Jordan 11 Low Space Jams. Now, these will be retailing at $190 and they will be available in full family sizing. Now, these were originally supposed to drop on May 11th, but it seems like the new release day is May 18th. And looking at these, y'all, this is going to be the perfect summer shoe. Now, for most summer shoes, it might be a hit or miss, but with these right here, I definitely could see a lot of people putting these on the concrete this summer. And I'm very much a fan of these. Now, I know most would have preferred the highs, but before they ever give us another high, we seem to come in, they was gonna give us the lows. The same as if they were to release the gammas. We're gonna see a gamma low before we see a high. But when it comes to these right here, perfect summer shoe. A lot of people gonna have these, and I know most people aren't big fans of the Air Jordan 11, which is cool because everybody has their taste in sneakers as to what they want to wear as opposed to what they don't want to wear. But when it comes to these, I could definitely see a vast majority rocking these for summertime. The perfect summertime shoe. These gonna go crazy, and I'm all here for them. But catch these dropping May 18 for a retail price of $190. Releasing a few days after, guys, we got the Air Jordan 3 J Balvin Rios dropping May 22nd for a retail price of $250. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that I rock with these over the sale pair. Now, the sale pair is cool. I do rock with the sale pair. But, I mean, this right here is basically an all black predominant shoe just with the colorways that definitely bring the shoe out. Now, I know these going to be coming with some extra laces, of course, the special packaging, the whole shebang, the same way that the sale pair did. And I could see these. It's a J Balvin, it's a collab. They're gonna go crazy. Now, resale price and all that. Listen, I don't know what all that's gonna be, but I do know that this pair I will try for. I didn't try for the sale pair that much, like I said once again, because this pair right here I definitely do rock with a lot more than the sale pair. That's just me in general. But if you are a big fan of this pair right here, let me know if this is one that you will be going for on release day. But Cassidy's dropping May 22nd for a retail of $250. Next on the list, we got the Air Jordan 12 Red Taxis releasing May 25th for a retail price of $200. Now, these will be available in full family sizing. Now, these were originally supposed to release on May 18th, which is when the Air Jordan 11 Low Space Jams are releasing. Now, I think I could speak for most when I say that Jordan Brand, like, I don't know what's taking y'all so long, but the taxis is a shoe that is definitely needed. Like, we need those ASAP, but we need them. When it comes to this colorway right here, like, it's not a bad colorway. I mean, it is basically the taxi colorway. It's just throwing red on there, of course. And for all that, child, we could have got the taxis. Like, as many renditions that they have given us of the taxis, I feel like all of those we could have just left to the side and y'all could have just given us the regular taxis and we would have been fine with that. True to OG form. Honestly, y'all, we got the cherry 12s, we got the playoff 12s. We need the taxis, y'all. And then maybe some more OG colorways down the line. But let me know if you are a big fan of these right here, because I know Air Jordan 12s is definitely the hood shoe. So catch these dropping May 25th for a retail price of $200. Next up, we got the Air Jordan 1 Lattes releasing May 29th for a retail price of $180. And this is a women's exclusive. Now, do note that these will not be coming in extended sizing. Now, I know that may be a bummer to some of my bigger feet people because y'all may be fans of this particular silhouette right here. Now, I know most may call these the poor man mochas, of course, because that's what they get compared to. Like, oh, where they come from with this latte colorway. But y'all, this latte colorway low-key hit. These low-key hit. They have that black toe color blocking. And I mean, honestly, it's a dope shoe. It's a dope shoe. Now, I feel like these are definitely going to move just for the simple fact that they are comparing these to the mochas. I mean, heck, I could be wrong. But when a shoe usually gets compared to another shoe, it definitely might bring some, a little bit of hype, a little bit of demand. But for these right here, I'm definitely a big fan of. But catch these Latte Air Jordan 1s dropping May 29th for a retail price of $180. And lastly, we got the Air Jordan 17 Low Lightnings releasing May 30th, a day after, for a retail price of $300, which I know to some of y'all may be steep. Now, these will be coming with the briefcase, of course, and these will be more so on the limited side, seeing how they will only be available at neighborhood stores like your mom and pop shops, boutique stores, things of that nature. And I kind of seen this coming just for the simple fact that I couldn't see Jordan Brand releasing 100,000 to 200,000 pairs of these, because I feel like they would have just either sat or they would have went to the outlet, because most people don't rock with Air Jordans past 14. Now, I feel like Jordan Brand might have thought it was in his best interest, like, listen, let's release these exclusively at neighborhood stores, which was predominantly the better option. Now, granted that you do have some people who are fans of the Air Jordan 17. I'm a fan of the Air Jordan 17s that definitely do might want to get their hands on these, but they may not want to pay that retail price of $300, which, I mean, it is kind of steep, but it's kind of like paying $150 for the briefcase and then another $150 for the shoe. So you kind of get the best of both. But then again, that retail price, I feel these gonna be up in the air as far as that, man. So if you are a big fan of the Air Jordan 17 Low Lightnings, releasing May 30th for a retail price of $300. With that being said, guys, if there is any shoe on this list for the month of May that you guys do plan on going for, or you guys do have on your radar to cop, let your boy know down in the comment section below. And with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you did enjoy today's video and you want to see more videos like this where I do the monthly drops that we get on a regular, or if you just want to stay updated in the sneaker community in general on some of the upcoming drops within the upcoming months or within the next year or so, then hit that big subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. Until next time, I love and appreciate you guys. Reach for the stars. Sky's the limit. And we out.